नमो नमस्ते गुरवे महात्मने विमुक्तसंगाय सदुत्तमाय नित्याद्वयानन्दरसस्वरूपिणे भूम्ने सदा पारदयाम्बुधाम्ने नमस्ते नमस्ते विभो विश्वमूर्ते नमस्ते नमस्ते चिदानन्दमूर्ते नमस्ते नमस्ते तपोयोगगम्य नमस्ते नमस्ते श्रुतिज्ञानगम्य स्वाराज्य साम्राज्य विभूतिरेषा भवत्कृपा श्रीमहिमप्रसादात् प्राप्ता मया श्रीगुरवे महात्मने नमो नमस्तेस्तु पुनर्नमोस्तु नमो नमस्तेस्तु पुनर्नमोस्तु नमो नमस्तेस्तु पुनर्नमोस्तु नमस्तस्मै सदैकस्मै कस्मै चिन्महसे नमः यदेतद्विश्वरूपेण राजते गुरुराजते यदेतद्विश्वरूपेण राजते गुरुराजते। शांति मंत्र। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं
ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं
पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते
पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते
पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय
पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय
पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते
पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
हरि ओम तत्सत्। Now, each Upanishad has got its own speciality. Now, this Ishopanishad, we find that its speciality is that it emphasizes in a very singular way the sadhana of combination of, we can say, contemplative or the secluded sadhana and the interactive sadhana. This generally is a subject of Bhagavad Gita. And particularly our Swamiji also, whenever he speaks, this interactional sadhana is, the name was coined by him. Although the concept, of course, is very much there in Bhagavad Gita in a very, very intense manner, because there the interaction considered is a huge war, Mahabharata war. There also we don't have the path to escape. That is what the main matter is. Now here they are repeatedly saying, using various terms, the scriptural terms, that If you remain bogged down to the reality of the world, of the fragmented world, of the various appearances of the world, then definitely your mind will remain small, always will be suffering from raga-dvesha, constricted by raga-dvesha, and undergoing sukha-dukkha. Unless you utilize that, suppose you are engrossed in the worldly life. Now there is a scope that somebody sometimes will tell you that this is not all. There is something beyond this, all these object appearances and everything, which we do not see with our senses, but which is the more fundamental reality. And there is a chance of your changing course and giving to that. So initially they said those who take to the sensory world alone, they go to blinding darkness, unless somebody is there to relieve them from that darkness. But they are cautioning at the same time those who, knowing that there is something called the Nirguna Brahman or the unmanifest reality, they go after that, and then getting a taste of that Nirguna Sthiti or the Samadhi Sthiti, or just to proceed for the truth which is not seen by the senses, which is not perceived by the senses, they get so much bogged down to that they think that the worldly behavior they don't consider at all. They remain away from the world. They remain cut away from the world. There can be two sthiti there. One is to go to the cave or go to some secluded place and remain in a contemplative life there. That is away from the world. But there is another which is more common, and not only common, which is proliferating in the world, is that the moment we come to know of the spiritual truth of our soul, of our real identity, come to know means not realization, we come to know that it is the real thing or this is the fundamental thing. We become so self-centered in our pursuit to that we become oblivious of the world. That is the reality. Although I might not have got anything. One is that you have got the samadhi and you are thinking that is the ultimate. So you remain in samadhi or try to remain in samadhi, remain secluded at least. Another is thinking that this spiritual truth is the highest. You start ignoring the worldly life completely. So in a way, when we have to do lot of introspection, somebody was saying that last day is it not all academic? Why should we discuss anything academic? I am the last person to discuss anything academic. This is the most real and most applicable in our life, because all of us are guilty of following the wrong path here. Those who take to the spiritual path of, say, meditation or reading or so, they start considering all others to be fools and they ignore the general life. Suppose you consider only that, your sadhana, you become self-centered. By that, what is happening? Your identity is becoming more constricted, is becoming smaller. Whereas what is the spirituality? I explain again and again that spirituality is starting from the dehatma buddhi, that means a small identity associated with our body-mind complex, and reaching finally the brahmatma ekatva bodha, that means brahma atma ekatva bodha, that is, I am Brahman, in me the whole universe is appearing to be. So if this is the spiritual starting point and this is the goal, then the path is always a path of expansion. That you have to expand from the most constricted identity to a completely, you can say, dissolution of the constricted ego or sublimation of the constricted ego, where you get merged in the universal consciousness. So let us watch our own mind and find out. Spirituality has made us expanded. Has spirituality made us expanded? Has spirituality given us a more unaffected, more universal love, more unaffected mind, taintless mind? Or by pursuing spirituality, we are still suffering from jealousy, still suffering from anger, still suffering from raga-dvesha, hatred and whatnot. So, on the other hand, if you remain active in the world, if you do the world, this Upanishad says right from the beginning they're emphasizing the action. That doing work, live the whole 100 years of life, the whole span of life. Na karma lipyate nare. Karma, the activities will never taint you. Why? How? By tena tyaktena bhunjitha. By incorporating vairagya, the praudha vairagya, as I had explained the other day. Not just leaving the material. Nothing will touch you. Once you know the real identity, what is going to affect you? It's just like, as we say, on the lotus leaf, the water is skidding. You will find the whole material causal universe is functioning in the consciousness. But I am nowhere getting touched by anything of it. Is it not a great freedom of our mind? Is it not a great aim, goal that we can pursue in life? Have our rishis lied on this? How could they say so confidently about this goal? If we don't have the faith in the rishis' words and we doubt them that no, aisa to nahi hota, it doesn't happen. They have just said like that. It is not only the rishis have said, but from era to era, every era, some other sadhakas who pursued the path of the rishis, they also confirmed. Such a treasure is there in our country. But most of the people are thinking that spirituality is other than the life. Only after retirement we will try to meditate. Only after retirement we will read the Shastras. Only after retirement we will take to spirituality. Unless you read, how will you know? See, this Ishopanishad, the first Upanishad, which is the last of the Shukla Yajurveda. It is these slokas at the end part of the Shukla Yajurveda. That itself, it is how many thousands of years ago it has been composed, nobody knows. But there it gives the straightforward, clear light that what you have to do in life. You have only to expand. You have to embrace the whole world, finding that to be Isha Vasyam Idam Sarvam. That the whole world is covered with godliness or God, or actually the consciousness, the Atma. The whole world is appearing in the Atma is a more correct statement. So, should we not have that faith and try to find out that doing whatever to be done, where is the shoe pinching? Where we are going wrong? We are going wrong always regarding the Sangha, regarding possessiveness. If we eliminate that, there lies the real bhoga. It's not bhoga, but we call it bhoga only because we don't know anything other than bhoga. Tena tyaktena bhunjitha. Now this bhunjitha, of course, Shankaracharya has explained in another manner that it is protecting the soul. It is not bhoga, but it is protecting our own real identity. That also is okay. So we have to be very, very watchful that in the name of spiritual sadhana, are we deceiving ourselves? Are we becoming still smaller and constricted? Not only that, if you leave the interactional life, how will you know that the ego, that how the ego is making you small? Suppose the whole day you read the Shastras and remain in meditation, contemplation, etc. You will not know that your ego is still there, your jealousy is still there, your hatred, your raga-dvesha are still there. The moment you become interactive in the world, you will find that you are unfit there. You will again go to the forest and remain there. So to have there are two things. One is to experience the divinity. You run away from the world, looking for divinity within you. Actually, it is not anywhere else. Divinity is not in the mountain, it is within us. But for that we run away from the worldly involvement. Another is divinizing our world. You may run away from the world for a little time to know what is our real identity. Once you have known, the next step is to find that same Atma, the same consciousness, the same Brahman in everything around us. The same truth in everything around us. So until that, and what is the main obstacle in doing that? The raga-dvesha. We have preference and prejudice, we try to cling to what we like, we try to avoid what we dislike, this likes and dislikes and corresponding positive or negative clinging. This is our trouble, that we are not able to find God everywhere, or the consciousness everywhere, or the Atma everywhere. So it is very, very real. Applicability is too much, I will say. Without that, how can we pursue in our sadhana? Okay, let us chant from 9th onward a little. What we did last day, and then we will go forward. Andham tamah pravishanti
Andham tamah pravishanti
ye avidyamupasate
ye avidyamupasate
tato bhuya ivate tamo
tato bhuya ivate tamo
yayuvidyayam rataha
yau vidyayam rataha.
Don't forget, tato bhuya iva is there. Iva means it is actually not so, but as if. It should not happen that those who are given to vidya, they should not go to the still darker region, darker than those who are worshipping avidya. But it is as if, because they are not doing it properly. This iva is very important, it changes the whole meaning. Otherwise it would have been a flat statement that those who pursue the vidya, they go to still darker. Then it is completely contradictory. Only iva is saying that as if, because they are not doing it properly. Because when we are worshipping avidya, there is a chance and scope of sublimating our ego, getting rid of our raga-dvesha by remaining interactive in the world. You will find those have progressed very well, not only in money or fame or so, but really some respectable personality in the worldly level. You will find how they have sublimated their ego, how they have a balanced outlook towards the world, how have they developed. It is only as they grow through the work. And better are those who along with the work has combined the upasana, combined the knowledge, combined vidya. You will find they are the greatest people in the world. In the avidya world, in the world of differences, varieties. Because they are taking the help of the interactional life and pursuing the interactional sadhana. And in their personal life, they are pursuing the meditative, contemplative sadhana also. The combination of the two is the speciality of Ishopanishad. It is suggesting that this combined sadhana very clearly, only 18 shlokas are there, it is only suggesting that. Combine the two and transcend. Go to the transcendental level. Don't try to eliminate one and go remain with another. Have both and then transcend both. At least this you should remember as a thumb rule, that pursue both and then transcend both. Neither Vidya nor Avidya, go to that transcendental level from where Vidya and Avidya both are coming. 10th. Anyadevahurvidyaya
Anyadevahurvidyaya
Anyadahuravidyaya
Anyadahuravidyaya
Iti shushrumadhiranam
Iti shushrumadhiranam
Yenastadvichachakshire.
Yenastadvichachakshire
11th. Vidyam cha vidyam cha
Vidyam cha vidyam cha
Yastadvedo bhayam saha.
Yastadvedo bhayam saha
Vidyam cha vidyam cha
Vidyam cha vidyam cha
Yastadvedo bhayam saha.
Yastadvedo bhayam saha
Avidyaya mrityum tirtva.
Avidyaya mrityum tirtva
Avidyaya mrityum tirtva.
Avidyaya mrityum tirtva
Vidyaya mritamashnute.
Vidyaya mritamashnute
Last day I explained it quite in detail that how avidyaya mrityum tirtva. See, it is our life in the world of variety. There, by enhancing our ego, ahankara, and our clinging to raga-dvesha, we are creating mrityu around us. What is that mrityu? Mrityu means ego. Ego means mrityu. Because it gets born and it dies. When we transcend the ego dies. We always, why mrityu is related to ego? Because whenever ego gives rise to desire to possess and desire to enjoy, this desire to possess and enjoy is coming from ego. So whenever you are possessive, that possession will sometimes go. Sometimes it will go. You have to drop it. So it is a mrityu for you. Mrityu means the changefulness. As I have explained so many times, mrityu and janma. We always say janma mrityu. And we think of when the body is born and the body dies. Actually, janma mrityu is a continuous process. Every moment the cause is dying and the effect is born. The body is not the body which was a moment, a few seconds ago. Every time the cells in the bodies are dying and new cells are getting born. So truly speaking, mrityu, janma mrityu or mrityu, it means causality. It is the causal, it is the law of the causal universe. That everything is changeful. So every moment the past is dying and the future is getting born. So as long as we are bogged down to the temporary things, to the worldly things, we will be surrounded by mrityu because there will be changefulness. But what happens is that when we are actually facing some death in the family or around somebody, which we thought that we are very much clinging to somebody and the person dies, then suddenly we get a shock. Oh, what is this world? He was doing like this, doing like that, especially in young age if the person has died. And suddenly now, today he is gone. He was very much with me everywhere, now he is gone. So we start thinking that the world is a delusion, the world is mithya. This is worst kind of foolishness. You need a death to remember that everything is transitory in this world. Can we not have that much of intelligence to think that everything is fleeting? The moment we hold on to something, saying that I will take it with me, how will you take it when your body falls? Are you going to carry it? Whenever we stick to a chair in the office also, you are a fool. The next day you will be kicked out, another person will sit there. So it is nothing to do with the changefulness of the world. It is our ego, our possessiveness, our raga-dvesha, our clinging and clinging to what we possess, which creates all the trouble. So when somebody has died, we call it smashana vairagya, that we have gone to the burning ghat and some bodies are dying there, are burned there and all. We find the futility of this bodily life and all. And we become a vairagya in there. This vairagya will not stay. We call it smashana vairagya. It will come there. It will go in no time at all. Because you have not done the introspection. Unless you do the vichara, this vairagya is not going to be permanent. Although the vairagya will give you the real joy which you are looking for in the world. Why are you not getting the joy? Why are you unfulfilled? Why are you not getting fulfillment? It is because you have not developed vairagya. Why have you not developed vairagya? Because you have not done the vichara about the world and your life. What are you going to carry on from the life? Whereas, if you sublimate your ego, sublimate your possessiveness, and you start loving everybody, including the criminals of the world also, then you will find that your every day is become Nandanavana. It gets filled with Ananda. That is what the Upanishad is trying to point out. That when we pursue both together, vidyam cha, yastad veda ubhayam saha, with both, then avidyaya mrityum tirtha, by pursuing the worldly life with proper vichara, we get over the smallness surrounding us, the smallness we have created around. And vidyaya amritam ashnute. By vidya, then the vidya takes the real living form. Till then the vidya was only theoretical vidya. When the vidya takes shape, when by avidyaya you overcome the death, the smallness, that means you expand your mind, you become universal in your love, universal in your all interactions. Then by vidya you can transcend the causal universe. You can find out your own Sakshi Bhava, which is untainted by the causal universe. The whole world is running by causality, by the three gunas. Guna guneshu vartanta. The gunas are functioning in the world. The same gunas have given rise to my body-mind complex. So the gunas which are creating the world for my body-mind complex, that body-mind complex is also a product of the guna. But I, the consciousness, is never touched by anything at all. How it is coming? Because the moment we do the vichara that this body-mind complex is also a product of nature. It is not different from the world. The whole world, which includes my body-mind personality, is just appearing in my real identity, the consciousness, which is not individualistic, which is same for all, which cannot be, which even calling it one also is wrong, because there is no 1, 2 at all. It transcends the 1, 2 number, everything. That transcendental identity gives us the immortality. Why? In the world you will never find anything immortal. How can it be anything? The world is created. Anything that is created is going to be destroyed also, dissolved also. So everything in the world, all the bhutas, all the jivajalas, all the trees and all the materials also, they are all created and they are going to die also. Immortality is not to be found anywhere in the world. Immortality is only possible in reference to our own self, our own real identity. The moment we understand that we are not bound by the causal chain of the world, we are free, that is the freedom, that is the immortality. Now, from there, 12, 13, 14, they go to another couple of terms. There it was Vidya and Avidya. Now they are going a little more towards spiritual concept. Sambhuti and Asambhuti. Samyak Bhuti is Sambhuti. Bhuti means anything manifesting, anything becoming. Bhu means coming up, becoming. Sambhuti means Samyak Bhuti. It means birth. It means becoming. It means manifestation. And Asambhuti means non-birth, unmanifest. You can say void also. That is, nothing is there. So this Sambhuti and Asambhuti are the two terms used in this three. In the same manner, just identical to the previous one. Sambhuti is the birth, becoming, manifest. Asambhuti, in one shloka, Asambhuti, they have used Vinasha also. Vinasha means dissolution. Now this Asambhuti is non-manifestation or unmanifest Prakriti. The other spiritual name is Avyakrita. Avyakrita means when the Prakriti is in its non-manifest state. So from there the manifestation starts. So we can call it the causal level of Prakriti. That in Shastras various expressions are used. The whole world is there in the seed form. Suppose the banyan tree, the seed is so small, you cannot see a banyan tree inside the seed. It's not visible, not perceptible. But from that seed is not the whole coding of the banyan tree there, although it is not visible. So it becomes unfolding, and it becomes a huge banyan tree, which was there in the seed. Like that, there is a model in which they think that because manifest world is there is something called unmanifest. When the manifest world dissolves, where does it go and where from does it spring back again? It goes to the unmanifest, just like our wakeful dream and Sushupti. In Sushupti, nothing is there, it is nihil, it's just zero state. But there, the seed of the wakefulness is there. That is how every day again we are getting born, awakening we are rising into the wakeful world. If the seed had not been there, we would not have got up from the sleep. The mrityu is called the sleep from which we never get up. But that is because of the body, of course, different. So in the three guna model which I was discussing, that this avyakrita prakriti is where all the three gunas, sattva, rajas, tamas, they are in balance. The moment there is a disturbance, there is a disbalance, the manifestation starts. Because in the manifestation, this proportion of sattva, rajas, tamas, they change. This is a model of the three guna model of creation. So the Sambhuti starts from the Asambhuti. Now this starting point of the Sambhuti is what you call Brahma or Hiranyagarbha, or there are so many names used for that, the firstborn, there are many other names also. That is from the unmanifest world, the manifest world is starting. But it is all in the cosmic level. In the individual level, it is from the sleep state to the wakeful state. Just like that, in the cosmic level, from the unmanifest Prakriti to Hiranyagarbha, you say, or the manifest Prakriti, that cosmos is manifest. So with these two concepts of Sambhuti and Asambhuti, the next three shlokas are there. Let us chant. 12th. Andham tamah pravishanti.
Andham tamah pravishanti.
Ye asambhutimupasate.
Ye asambhutimupasate.
Tato bhuya ivate tamo.
Tato bhuya ivate tamo.
Yayu sambhutyam rataha.
Yau sambhutyam rataha.
Anyadevahu sambhavat.
Anyadevahu sambhavat.
Anyadahura sambhavat.
Anyadahura sambhavat.
Anyadevahu sambhavat.
Anyadevahu sambhavat.
Anyadahura sambhavat.
Anyadahura sambhavat.
Iti shushuma dhiranam.
Iti shushrumadhiranam.
Yenastadvichachakshire.
Yenastadvichachakshire.
Iti shushuma dhiranam.
Iti shushrumadhiranam.
Yenastadvichachakshire.
Yenastadvichachakshire.
Sambhutim cha vinasham cha.
Sambhutim cha vinasham cha.
Yastadvedo bhayam saha.
Yastadvedo bhayam saha.
Vinashena mrityum tirtva.
Vinashena mrityum tirtva.
Sambhutya mritamashnute.
Sambhutyamritamashnute.
In some book there will be a little part where the difference is there. A and Sambhuti and Asambhuti is confused a little, but this is an easier form. Sambhutim cha vinasham cha.
Sambhutim cha vinasham cha.
Yastadvedo bhayam saha.
Yastadvedo bhayam saha.
Vinashena mrityum tirtva.
Vinashena mrityum tirtva.
Sambhutyamritamashnute.
Sambhutyamritamashnute.
It's just identical to the previous three, 9, 10, 11, exactly like that, 12, 13, 14. Now, the meaning also is more or less in the same line. Sambhuti, that one who worships the manifest, he goes to the blinding darkness. And one who worships the unmanifest, he goes to the even darker. But that Eva must be there, Eva is there. I was quite suddenly doubtful whether the Eva they have left. Eva is there. Tato bhuya ivate tamo yayu sambhutyam rataha. Now here also it is clearly coming with the terms that some people who are given to the Nirguna Upasana, that means they are worshipping the Prakriti, unmanifest Prakriti, where there is nothing, there is no world manifestation at all. He says that is also wrong. You should do both together. Just like the previous one, Vidya and Avidya together, here also Sambhuti, that means birth, and Asambhuti means non-birth. Or non-birth means Vinasha also, the dissolution or destruction. Both should be worshipped together. Both should be pursued together. One who does together, then he overcomes the mrityu, the death, through vinasha, to dissolution, and attains amrita through sambhuti. Here also there is a difference of opinion among the Panditas, because here it is got reversed, that vinashena mrityum tirtva. Previously it was the avidyaya mrityum, same, it is same. In Shankara Bhashya there is a problem, I think. Vidya amritam ashnute. Sambhutya amritam ashnute. It is the same thing. The question is that wherever there is ego, there is death. Ego means constriction. What in practical sadhana, what do we do? That whether we pursue the meditation or deva worship or shastra reading, the question is that by that whether our ego is getting sublimated or not. Our constrictions are going on or not. It can be easily tested. The people whom you are not able to tolerate at all, am I able to become more pleasant and easy with them? Or still I want to run away from the people we do not like or don't want to face them at all. So whether the ego is getting sublimated or not, when you are in interaction, you can judge very well. Whereas when you are out of the interaction, you can get dissolved in samadhi. But getting back from the samadhi, what are you going to do? You will not know what all purity you have to cultivate, what all sublimation you have to undergo. Although it is said that by repeated samadhi, all the constrictions go. But there also, without vichara, it will not happen. Samadhi has to be a jnana samadhi, which comes through vichara, which comes through the introspection and watching our own state of the mind and intelligence. Now comes a few strange shlokas. Not strange, they are very good. If you read Rabindranath Tagore, you will find that he was a great sadhak of this, what Ishopanishad is saying, that together. I have not read his interpretation of Ishopanishad, I don't know whether it is there or not. But in our young days, I have read quite a lot from Shantiniketan. There is a chapter in Rabindranath Rachanavali. It's called Shantiniketan. That is in the Shantiniketan University, which is in Bolpur, West Bengal. Rabindranath Thakur used to take every morning, like our Prabhata Rashmi, used to take a class like thing where he would speak something from the Upanishads. Generally from the Upanishads, sometimes from the Vedas also. So there, I still remember that everywhere he is saying that life is for living. It is not right to run away from life to divinize life. It has to be divinized here itself. His songs are also like that. Shimar majhe ashim tumi bajao apana shur. That he is addressing God, saying that you are infinite, but through me who is limited, you are playing your tune. That is, what do we have to do? We are small, it is okay, our body, mind, personality is small. But here the ego is not allowing us to become universal. When we become universal, we become in tune with the nature, in tune with God, you can say. In tune with the universal consciousness. So, when our consciousness, our identity gets in tune with the universal identity, That individual consciousness also works in unison with the universal consciousness. I don't know whether you are able to understand. The individual consciousness which is carried by the body-mind personality, which is the reflection of the universal consciousness, that Chidabhasa, which is the Chaitanya we are expressing, that becomes in tune with the universal consciousness. That means with Lord. So actually we become tuned to the Lord. We become we operate in the same tune as the universal Lord. So remaining in the body-mind personality, this ego freedom from ego, it is not a bodily state, it is not a physical state. It is the state of our mind, the state of our intelligence. That we no longer suffer from the knot of the ego, which comes from birth. The moment we are able to untie the knot of ego, then we become free in the universal consciousness. We come in tune with the infinity. And then whatever we do, whatever we think, it becomes Tomar karma tumi karo. That means it is all God's actions we are doing in our life. So the life becomes so fulfilling, so joyous. How it is becoming fulfilling? Because there lies the real joy. What is the Vairagya? Vairagya is knowing that I don't have the ego at all. I am sky-like, I am in tune with the universal consciousness. So here in the 15th shloka, 15th mantra. Hiranmayena patrena
Hiranmayena patrena
satyasyapi hitam mukham
Satyasyapi hitam mukham
tattvam pushanna pavrinu
Tattvam pushanna pavrinu
Satyadharmaya drishtaye
Satyadharmaya drishtaye
Hiranmayena patrena
Hiranmayena patrena
Satyasyapi hitam mukham
Satyasyapi hitam mukham
Tattvam pushanna pavrinu
Tattvam pushanna pavrinu
Satyadharmaya drishtaye
Satyadharmaya drishtaye
Hiranmayena patrena Satyasya mukham apihitam Hiranmayena patrena Satyasya apihitam mukham apihitam. He is saying like a golden, you can call it patra means vessel, but let us think of a golden disc, just like the sun. Can you look at the sun? Generally you will not be able to look at the sun because it is too bright. The corona around the sun is, although it is light, blazing light, you cannot look at that. So, as if the truth, what is in the sun, now sun is actually referring to the real consciousness, but in the material sun also, what is the truth in the sun, what is the inmost in the sun, we are not able to see because it is covered with the golden disc, with the blazing light of the sun. Tat tvam pushan. Pushan is referred to generally to sun, because pushan means one who gives us nourishment. Pushti. Pushti, you know, that nourishment. Pushan means who nourishes the whole world. So it is the sun who is nourishing. The whole creation has come from the sun. The earth has come from the sun. All the plants, all the other living beings, all the other beings also, everything, the nourishment comes from the sun. So he says, Tat, O Pushan, tat apavrinu, tattvam apavrinu. Apavrinu means remove that. That is, the truth is covered with the golden disc. We are not able to see the Purusha who is hiding inside. So, O nourisher of the world, O sun, you remove that disc so that Satya Dharmaya Drishtaye. So that we who have been pursuing the path of truth, Satya Dharmaya, I who have been pursuing the path of truth, I can see your true face, I can see the truth in you. Are you able to understand? As if a golden patra, a golden disc is covering your face. O sun, O the nourisher of the world, please remove that golden disc so that we who are pursuing the path of truth can see your face, see your real face. I will come back to it. Let me read the next one also. It is actually together. 16th verse. Pushanne karsheyama.
Pushanne karsheyama.
Surya prajapatya.
Surya prajapatya.
Vyuharashmin samuha tejaha.
Vyuharashmin samoha tejaha.
Yatte rupam kalyanatamam.
Yatte rupam kalyanatamam.
Tatte pashyami.
Tatte pashyami.
Yo savasau purushah.
Yo savasau purushah.
So ahamasmi.
So ahamasmi.
Saha ahamasmi. It is not Mahavakya, it is not in the Mahavakya, but it means the same thing. Saha ahamasmi. The Mahavakya is Aham Brahmasmi. Here it is Saha, that Purusha I am. Now, there is a little meter problem in this, in the beginning. Pushan ekarshe. It is all calling, that Pushan, O nourisher of the world. Ekarshe. Ekarshe means calling him, so Sambodhan it is Ekarshe. Ekarshe is one who is alone, loner. The soul is the only loner, because it doesn't have a second. Our Atma or Brahman, it doesn't have anybody second. So he is calling him the Ekarshe. O Pushan, O Ekarshe. He is the Yama at the same time. Yama means Yamayati. He controls the whole creation. He bridles the whole creation by his own law. Surya. He is calling that Pushan as Surya. Now the Surya has got a great meaning. Surya means what do you call it? Here it will be given. The English is not coming. Yeah, here it has not been given. That is who sucks the sap from everything. That Surya, that sun rays, they actually take away the rasa from the world. Truly speaking, the Surya is giving, supplying. He is the nourisher of the world. Just now he has said Pushan. He is nourishing the world. Without sunlight, will there be rain? By sunlight only the clouds are coming up. The clouds are giving rain. By that the whole rasa of the earth, all the plants, the beings, they are all having the rasa by that only. But if you think of the blazing sun, is it not drying up the earth? The plants are dying. See the beauty of the composition. The first word is Pushan, then he says Surya, who is so blazing that it is drying up the whole earth. He is taking away the rasa. So he is supplying the rasa as Pushan, as he is sucking the rasa of the world as Surya. The both are done by the sun. Prajapatya. Prajapati is sun. That means sun, Surya, is considered as Prajapati means Brahma, the first born or creator. From him the sun has come. So calling him Pushan, Ekashi, that means nourisher of the whole world, the loner, the only one moving alone, the controller of the world, who sucks the sap of the world also, Surya, and who is the son of the creator Prajapati. What am I telling him? Calling him in all these names? Vyuha Rashmin, Samuha Tejaha. Oh, you collect your blazing rays. Control them, make them moderate, bring them. Because I am getting blind by the tejas of the Rashmi. So please control your, I don't know how they have translated. O nourisher, solitary traveler and guide, O son of Prajapati, please gather your rays, withdraw your light. It is not fully withdraw. Samuha means to collect, in a way moderation. Why I am saying? Yatte rupam kalyanatamam, yatte kalyanatamam rupam pashyami. So that I can see your gracious face, your kalyana rupam I want to see. Yo asau purushaha. Asau, here it is twice. So it is actually yaha asau. So it becomes asau becomes asavasau. Asavasau. Yaha and then it becomes yo asavasau. So it is yaha asau purushaha, so ahamasmi. There and there, that Purusha, that is, who is found in the sun, actually everywhere. I am that Purusha. Purusha, even the etymologically Purusha means Puresheti, that means who is in the body. And the other meaning is Purna Manena Sarvamiti, by whom everything is covered. That means in whom the whole universe is appearing to be. I am that Purusha. The Rishi says. Can you disbelieve his word? Srinnantu vishve amritasya putraha aye dhamani divyani tastu vedahametam purusham mahantam adityavarnam tamasa parastat tameva viditva atimrityumeti nanya pantha vidyate ayanaya. So, asau purushaha, so aham asmi. Are you able to relate it to anything? In Bhagavad Gita, in the 11th chapter, Arjuna wanted to see the Vishwarupa. Poor Arjuna. When Krishna showed him the Vishwarupa, he got terrorized. No, Krishna, enough of it. Please, show me your Mangala Rupa, Kalyana Rupa. Take to your Sahasra, He Sahasravahu, you become Chaturbhuja. Shankha Chakra Gadadhari, Krishna as you are, who will be consoling me, whose radiation will pacify me. I am not able to look at this Vishwarupa of you. That is why we are not able to find God in death, God in dukkha, God in destruction. A knower will never find anything wrong in destruction. It is part of creation. As the galaxies are born, some galaxies are dying also. As human beings are born, some human beings are dying also. Without destruction, there cannot be any creation. The creation and destruction of the part of the two sides of the same truth. So, generally we are not able to see the truth in its entirety, in its real form, because of limitation of our mind. So we are asking that, oh Lord, you show me your real Rupa. By your blaze, by your rays, I am getting blinded, I am not able to see. Bhagavad Gita, can read that portion. 11th, 45, I think. 11th chapter, 45th, 46th. That is, before that, the whole Vishwarupa Darshana and the description, everything is over. Arjuna also said that this, everything is over. Then he says that I have got terrified by this Vishwarupa. Adrishtapurvam rishitosmi drishtva bhayena cha pravyathitam mano me tadeva me darshaya devarupam prasida devesha jagannivasa. O Lord, you be pleased with me. Prasida, your prasanna rupa I want to see. Jagannivasa, as you are inhabiting the whole world with your blessed presence. Tadeva me darshaya deva rupam. That rupa I want to see. Then why did you want to see the Vishwarupa? Now you are saying, I don't want that. Kiritinam gadinam chakrahastam ichhami tvam drashtumaham tathaiva tenaiva rupena chaturbhujena sahasrabaho bhava vishwamurte. Kiritinam gadinam chakrahastam ichhami tvam drashtumaham tathaiva. I want to see your Shankha-chakra Gadahasta Rupa. Tenaiva rupena chaturbhujena sahasrabaho bhava vishwamurte. O Vishwamurti, sahasrabahu Vishwamurti, you become the chaturbhuja Deva Rupa, which will console me, please me. It reminds me of there is a book called Brighter Than a Thousand Suns. It is written by one German or Austrian author, Jung or something. It is about the Manhattan Project of creating the first nuclear bomb, atomic bomb. The camp was under the great scientist called Oppenheimer, who was an avid reader of Bhagavad Gita also. So that camp is known as the Oppenheimer camp, where many scientists were there. They were working under a very secretive area where even they would not be able to write a letter to their own wife or so, to their own house. No contact with the whole external world. It was done under so much of secrecy because it's the first time they're going to make the atom bomb. There are very interesting stories also. So, when the first atom bomb was blasted, seeing the blazing fire from it, Oppenheimer quoted from Bhagavad Gita the way Arjuna is describing the Vishwarupa, and that portion is called that brighter than a thousand suns. That is like 1,000 suns have risen in the sky. So that portion has become quite famous, that line of Bhagavad Gita. Sahasra Suryam Divi. What is that shloka? 11th chapter. Divi Sahasra. What is the shloka number? Can you say? Divi Sahasra. What is that? It's not come. Divi Sahasra, what is that? It's not. Huh? No, 11th. The shloka number I am asking. Huh? 12. 12th shloka. So early. Sure, shloka. Divi surya sahasrasya bhavet yugapaduttita yadibha sadrishi sa syad bhasastasya mahatmanah. He says, Divi surya sahasrasya bhavet yugapaduttita, as if 1,000 suns have risen in the sky. So that, seeing that light, Oppenheimer's recited this sloka, Divi surya sahasrasya bhaved yugapaduttita yadibha sadrishi sa syad bhasastasya mahatmanah. But that book has got many criticism also, that he has not written properly, right, accurately. There is lot of inaccuracy and wrong words are put in mouth of others and all. But whatever it is, that description is very interesting there. So here also he is saying, oh Surya, you control your rays, you show us so that we can see your Mangalamaya, Kalyanatamam Rupam, the most gracious face of you. We see. And I am that Purushaha, asau Purushaha, soham asmi. That Purusha, see the beautiful here, that Purusha I want to see, I am telling the sun or the consciousness to show me that Rupa. But then I am saying that I am that Rupa. I am that Purusha, but I want to see it. You cannot see it as different from you. You have to see it as yourself, otherwise you cannot see. Anyway, these things I think I will again take up a little in a summary form after coming back from my tour. So maybe there will be a gap of more than a month. Then I will just go through the Upanishad as an introduction, maybe 1 day or 2 days maximum. Thereafter we will see what can be done. Shanti mantra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam
Om Purnamadah Purnamidam
Purnat Purnamudachyate
Purnat Purnamudachyate
Purnasya Purnamadaya
Purnasya Purnamadaya
Purnameva Vashishyate
Purnameva Vashishyate
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
So we should remember the purpose of our sadhana is to express our swabhava. What is swabhava? In the 8th chapter we had discussed earlier also. Adhyatma. That swabhavo adhyatma muchyate. That our true bhava, swabhava, our own bhava, the inmost bhava, is the soul. So it has got two things. One is that it is identical for all in its swarupa. The consciousness or the Atma is same for all. There is no difference. A, B, C, 3 people know the Atma. For them this has no difference at all. But the other swabhava is the swa with the bhava. That means as the swa is manifesting through his body-mind complex. So each person has got a body-mind personality through which the Atma will manifest in the world. So that is also swabhava when it is not hindered by the desire, possessiveness and all. Basically by the ego. So the ego is not allowing us to unfold our swabhava, to manifest our swabhava. So the sadhana is to manifest our svabhava, removing all the obstacles created by the ego, which means desires and possessiveness and all. This is the simple sadhana, that always we have to become natural, removing our desires, removing our constrictions. Then we are already what we are, and that will get manifest through our life. Okay.